What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Trucker 219. We're looking at some more crashes. Let's go. Slow down. He found an out. Oh no, he's trying to get past everybody. Running off the side of the roadway. Oh my gosh. People like that don't need licenses. Oh my gosh, and it was a two-way road too. Through all those twists and turns, and he's gonna pass somebody up. Absolutely unprofessional. Holy crap. That could have ended so badly. Wow. All right, so we're fixing a turn here. Okay, if we look on the ground right here, we got one turning lane going right, another turning lane going right, and one going left. So it's a double right. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, so this guy very clearly cut off this red truck, and we'll take it back real quick just so we can see why. He's coming up here in the sharp right turn. Anytime you're making a turn, left or right turn, you should always be in the widest lane possible if you're a semi-truck. And here's why. It's called off-tracking, and basically what happens is your trailer doesn't follow the same path as what the truck is going to take. Meaning if this truck that's over here in this sharp lane goes to make a turn, his trailer tires are going to end up running over this curb. So to avoid that, he's going to turn wide, which is fine, except for this guy's turning as well. So you got to pay attention to your surroundings and know that, okay, there's two turning lanes here. I need to be in the widest one. So instead of sticking to his lane, which obviously he couldn't because he was going to run over the curb, he went ahead and cut this truck off. Okay, it looks like we got some snowy conditions here, but it looks like the pathway is relatively dry. A little bit of wetness over here. Oh, he took it way too fast. Oh, he saved it too, but damaged 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks in the process. Okay, we're coming over an overpass. Okay, we got some construction signs, and I don't know if you've noticed this or seen it out in while you're driving, but these construction signs, sometimes they have this black fabric or cloth or whatever over top of it. That means that the sign that's underneath isn't valid right now at this current time. So my guess is there was a lane closure or something, and they are working on that overnight, but like during the daytime hours, they go ahead and shut down the construction zone and let trucks move as normal. And then you got a FedEx over here completely cutting this car off. Let's take that one back because I was worried about the dang construction signs. So he was moving at a decent pace. It looked like his turn signal was on and the car wasn't letting him over. I get it. Sometimes you got to force your way in, but so much so that it's going to cause an accident. It's really just unnecessary. All right, so we got one exit on this side, two on this side. My guess is it's a pay your penalty for not paying attention. Ding, 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 ding. This guy needed to take the exit instead of going up and turning around and coming back. He's going to, cut people off in order to make his day a little easier. You got to pay your penalty for not paying attention. Whoa, look at them snow drifts. Holy crap. So that's not necessarily just snow piled up on the road. It's the wind blowing the snow that's on the side across the road. Traffic back up. Brake check, brake check. Oh my goodness gracious. Slow it down, slow it down. Yeah, these drifts are dangerous too. Number one, wind in general in a semi-truck is rough. And number two, you got to worry about every truck that's running over this little drift is creating a little icy patch as it goes over it. And it gets slick. Okay, so I'm guessing this is somewhere out in like Colorado or something. It's got 75-mile-an-hour speed zones. Uh-oh. Hey, buddy. Whoa, okay. Yeah, this is a weird one because most likely he's got a green light too. Except for he's cutting all the way over here from the right side to turn it over. So he's not only cutting this guy off, he's cutting this truck behind him off. I think this is just a local pay your penalty for not paying attention. This isn't on a highway, it's just on a city street. Oh, and in a tanker too. It almost looks like a food tanker though, so it's not as bad. You know, you're dealing with some milk or maybe some water. Ooh, I can't tell what company it is, otherwise I'd help you out. Finley, I think it looked like. Whoa, brake check. Oh, keep it up, keep it up. Nice job. Okay, so the way to avoid this to start with is to add a little bit more following distance. Clearly this box truck was right up on the tail of that little Sprinter van, and that's what caused the issue. If you don't have enough room to slow down, then of course you're going to end up almost running into somebody and having to make a quick jolt over like that. Either that or maybe, just maybe, this that Sprinter van brake checked this truck, because it looks like it's pretty open here. It's a little crowded on this side, but you would think people would merge over. My guess is that Sprinter van ended up brake checking that box truck actually. Okay, so we had a turn signal way back here, and he's gonna merge over. Check your mirrors as you're moving over. Your focus actually moving over, unless you're in some traffic situation, should actually be more on the mirror than on the road. If what's in front of you looks nice and clear, you shouldn't have any hazards up there, and you can kind of in the peripheral vision focus on merging over there. But watch your mirror, because people can sneak up from right behind you and jump over here. It kind of takes a little bit of skill to manage the both of those going on at the same time. Okay, we're coming up into a construction zone here. You see cones everywhere. Oh, semi-truck. Why are you cutting this car off? Wow. And there's no real reason to. It doesn't look like the lane is ending or anything. Check your mirrors, guys. I mean, it really could solve a lot of issues here. All right, so it looks like we're jumping on an interstate. Okay, these guys clearly have the green or the turning light, and you can't see it in this video. I don't know if this is America or not. Anytime you have a merge situation like that where you got to jump on the interstate, normally there's a yield sign over here on this side to where you can know that you have to yield to the right-of-way traffic, which would be these people if they have the turning light. And I'm guessing they do, given there's 1, 2, 3 vehicles turning. Okay. Yeah, okay, so either way, this dump truck cut off this lane. It actually looks like this lane is actually going to carry on and stay in its own lane. So he didn't hold his lane, that dump truck driver there. Bad on him. Yeah, rightfully so, you're upset. Uh-oh, we got a rear view. Means this guy's going to come clobbering along. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh, my goodness. Plenty of time to see that coming. No excuses on that. Uh-oh, slow down, slow down. Oh, it's the trailer, not even the truck. So yeah, you could see that the truck itself is leaning pretty hard into the turn. My guess is he was trying to beat this car coming on. Okay, so the first thing I noticed in this video is we got some serious sunlight going on. Blinding sunlight in the early morning hours. Or evening. Okay, people coming on. Okay, so a fine merge. Then we got the brake check. He had his turn signal, and it was close. He was cutting it close. Oh, he did it really quick. It almost looks like it was intentional. And then a little brake check. Yeah, he's doing something to get some attention there. Okay, again, we got early morning hours sunlight. Look how bright that is. Again, the lane is ending here. But it's the responsibility of the dash cam driver to find the right spot to come in. Not this guy's fault. It's 100% the dash cam driver's fault on this. Because my guess is there's signs all the way up and down the highway, lane ends, lane ends, lane ends, and he just didn't pay attention to it. Yeah, unfortunately, you get into it, especially when you're sitting there having a pissing match with another truck driver. It's just uncalled for. Okay, so this is kind of a weird lens. Oh, kind of jamming in there. It was close. Luckily, nothing happened, but let me tell you what, these construction zones with these barriers right here, it is quite nerve-wracking being side by side with another truck in that, and especially from the driver's perspective, it's really hard to tell on that passenger side just how close you are, and they really do make these lanes with not a whole lot of room to spare. But nevertheless, you got to hold your lane the best you can. Okay, we're in a city element here. Red light. Okay, we're slowing down. All good. Oh man, the trash truck got into the back of that car. Yeah, I'm sorry, trash truck driver. These flashing lights don't give you the privilege to do whatever you want to do. No turn signal either. The only possible excuse I could see is maybe if there was a car jumping over on him, he was watching that and tried to avoid that. And you really can't tell from this angle. Yeah, it almost looked like he just didn't check his mirrors. Okay, so we're going through like some country stuff here. Okay, box truck pulling out in front of a semi truck. Bad idea. Yeah, it's a little bit more challenging in a semi truck too to pull out in front of traffic, whether a semi truck or a box truck or even a dump truck actually, just because it takes longer to get up to speed, as well as you got the length of your vehicle to think about as well. So don't get frustrated with truck drivers or anything at a stop sign like this. We are waiting for the best opportunity and the safest opportunity to jump out. And a lot of times it just takes us a little bit longer to find that gap between two oncoming traffic lanes. So he's got to cross this side and make sure this way is safe too. Bad call on this guy jumping out. I'm sure if he waited just another second, he would have found the right spot. Okay, so we got a bobtail merging in here. Okay, cutting him off a bit. Retaliation. Retaliation. He tried to get back at him. It wasn't very effective. Brake check. Oh my goodness. And that's a tank too on the back of that truck. So you got to deal with surge and whatnot. I don't know in these little tanks if there's any baffles or anything to prevent it from sloshing forward. But it looked like he tried to slow down. Let's see here. Yeah, those look like brake lights. He's trying. He's really trying. But the weight of that liquid just pushing and pushing and pushing on the back of the truck, it's forcing it to go forwards. Anytime you're in any sort of tank, it's extremely dangerous for those reasons. Now, a lot of the big tankers, they have baffles and surge protectors and things like that inside of the tank to prevent it from sloshing as hard. Now, I don't know if these smaller ones have that, but you could tell he tried to stop. Okay, we got four ways on here. It normally means something's going on up ahead. Slow it down. Either that or he's having a issue. That is a lot of tires on that truck. You know that boy is heavy. One, two, nope, sorry. These are both the tractor tires here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 axles. He is heavy. He can't really figure out what he's doing either, though. It looks like he was having an issue that he needed to pull off for, then he's back on. Oh, reverse payer penalty for not paying attention. This trucker was in the wrong lane taking the exit when he didn't need to. So instead of going up and turning around, he tried to jump over here. Bad on the truck driver on this one. That doesn't look very good at all. You have to pay your penalty for not paying attention. If you're in the wrong lane, it's really not that big of a deal. There's typically an exit within 1 to 5 miles from that point, and you can get off, flip around, and come right back. Okay, so we got a car coming up here. I don't see any issues so far. Lots of pedestrians. If you're in a big city like this, you got to be careful for pedestrians. We've seen a sign back here too. I don't know if you caught it. Right lane exits, meaning there's no straight lane here. It's got to exit. Big old Westin Hotel. If you know where this is, let me know. I'm not sure based off of the buildings that I'm seeing. What town is this in? Oh, forcing his way in. Oh my goodness. On the blind side, this truck driver doesn't have a hood mirror, so it's even more difficult to see. As well as this guy's got a long nose truck too, so this is definitely a blind spot. Either way, this car shouldn't be merging in, but I'm not even giving fault to the truck driver for not like stopping or anything, because he's in his blind spot. There's no way he sees that. Yeah, this is a very common thing in big cities. I've noticed that everybody has the right of way to do whatever the heck they want to do. Chicago, Atlanta, everybody's forcing their way into traffic. Okay, so we got a semi truck over here. PTL truck slowing down kind of out of nowhere. Okay, good job. Good job on the truck driver with the dash cam as well. It looks like he was paying attention and found it out, and that's what you got to do. Okay, it looks like a repair truck of some sort over here on the shoulder. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that one, but like I said, good job on that truck driver there for taking the out. Okay, so we got a single turning lane here. Oh, just curbed it a little bit. Not the end of the world. This stuff happens all the time, guys. There's only so much you can do with the limited space that you have. Yeah, he could have done a little better on this. He could have come out here, but then there's the risk of cutting this guy off. Yeah, as we can see, this sign is already down, so this wasn't the truck driver's fault. But clearly, many a truck driver have done that already. And if you're coming up to a roundabout, which I'm not sure that this is just because there's the turning lane here, but nevertheless, hog both lanes. Hog both lanes. You're going to piss some people off behind you, but you're going to be safe. Take up both lanes here and then swing as wide as you can while trying to prevent other people from coming up on your left side. That's what I would do in this situation, at least. I know exactly what was going on. It is a roundabout. So what it's saying though is this lane will turn and go straight. This lane will go straight and all the way around the other side. It's not a turning lane. It's just describing which lane will get you around the outside of the roundabout there. Okay, so we got a red light here. Okay, he's turning relatively wide. He could have held it a little bit longer. Good job stopping. Stop. Wait for this guy to back up or move out of the way. Good job. Good job. Okay, so we're cruising along here. Okay, jumped into the lane. You seen traffic backing up ahead. You seen it ahead. He kind of jumped in at the last second, but anytime there's one of these, it's just bound to happen. You got to predict that. But you can see before he even jumps over there, the traffic is slowing down. All right, so we're merging over into the slow lane. Oh, I seen that coming. Yeah, you got snow conditions, and on top of these semi-trucks, it's just a big old sheet of ice. The right wing gust catches it, and boom, it comes flying off, damaging windshields and everything else. Okay, UPS scaring the goats away. Oh, oh, did he hit the pole? No. If you've ever worked for UPS, let me know. Do these trucks have air brakes in them? Because that's the only thing I could think of that would make that sound. Let me back this one up here just a little bit and see if I can actually turn on the sound for this video and see what's happening. Oh, yeah, he barely got into it a little bit. He got into that fence. Yeah, right there. He just got into it a little bit. And the goats are hamming it up. He hit me. He hit me. Insurance claim. Okay, so we're just cruising along here. Okay, we got focus on this box truck. Ooh. Wow, buddy. Forcing your way across all the lanes. Let him hit you. Let him hit you. You get on dash cam. Get your money. Goodness gracious. Yeah, like what was even the purpose of jumping across all these lanes, endangering everybody? What value? What value did that bring? Absolutely crazy. Okay, so we're at a stoplight, some snowy conditions. Look like this truck is backing up here into oncoming traffic, it looks like. It's a tough world out there if you got to back up into oncoming traffic. He wasn't going to make his turn quite all the way, so he had to adjust. Let's see if he made it. Oh, nope, he took out the light. Dang it. That stinks. And especially, too, on the left-hand turn, it looks like, just based off of the position of his truck, he was making a left-hand turn coming from over here. Realistically, there should be no reason for that. The only other thing that I could think is maybe he was trying to make a U-turn right here, but his truck isn't in that tight of an angle that was happening. There's really no reason to be hitting that. Okay, we got FedEx here, merging over onto this car. Wow. Goodness gracious. Okay, we got a bunch of people merging in here. Okay, we got a light. There's a gap. Fair enough, man. He jumped over when there was a gap. He had his turn signal on. Oh, here we go. This is where the rough... Nope. Still good. I mean, he jumped over more than one lane at a time. I'll give him a little bit of fault for that. Just take it one lane at a time. Let's take another look here. Turn signal is on. He's seen a gap. This car was trying to rush into the gap. Okay. And he carries on. Yeah, one lane at a time. That's the only thing I could fault this guy for, though. He found the gaps and got in them. In a busy city. Okay, I mean, that was more of a forcing your way in situation. Everybody's trying to get in here to turn. Uh-oh. Oh. Goodness gracious. Why is everybody waiting to the last second to get over here? Let's take that one back to see if that truck had his light turned on that whole time. Nope, sure didn't. Turn signal now. If you put your turn signal on then, he was all the way, this car was all the way back here. This truck should have seen it. Not to mention that, I see a hood mirror as well. Goodness gracious. Watch your mirrors, truckers, especially on that blind side. Yep, we got a left turn signal. Oh, okay. Yeah. So in this situation, it's almost better to throw your four ways on. I understand what he did here. In order to get backed up into where he needs to be, he's got to swing this way and then back out. So the best bet, especially if there's a car behind you, turn on your turn signal, letting people know you're going in that direction, but then put on your four ways. You're going to have to back up anyway, and it's almost always advisable to have your four ways on. Luckily, nobody got hurt. He did what he had to do. Look at this beautiful fall colors. Okay, Super Ego. Oh my gosh. Merging over. Not enough room to. Okay, we got a roundabout. Okay, yeah. I mean, that can be confusing. Especially if this... Oh, hang on. This one's the car. Okay, so there's only one lane going here. All right. Okay, so this guy could either go straight or turn. Yeah, if you're coming up into a roundabout, always hug the widest lane no matter what. If you're turning here or turning the other way, you should be as wide as possible, which it doesn't get much wider than that if you're going that way. A little bit of a cutoff situation. Okay, so cars coming over here by this truck. What are you doing, trucker? What are you doing? Yeah, okay, so the truck driver's side lane, it looked like it ended. Then again, I already don't see any lines, so it looks like he's just trying to stay wide. But then again, if that's the case, why are you creeping up more? It almost looks like he's intentionally boxing that car out just to stay up front. Let him go and carry on. It's not worth your license. They don't get paid off of their license. You do. Okay, so it looks like we're turning. We got a light on here. Oh no. He put the wrong turn signal on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is an easy fix. Put the correct turn signal on. My guess is he left it on from a previous turn and then just didn't turn on a turn signal. But if you have your turn signal on and you come over here into this lane, you're already signifying your intentions to the other cars behind you. If you make that turn and they end up running into you, it's their fault because you were signaling your intentions. It wouldn't be your fault. Especially knowing that semi-trucks have to turn wide. It was so close to being a fine thing. Okay, bunch of trucks merging in here. Yeah, it looks like this truck was anticipating this truck moving a little faster, but he ended up going slow. Bad call on the truck driver here on this one, just because you should wait until there's a safe amount of space and room all the way around. You have to focus on all four sides of your vehicle at all times. Pay your penalty for not paying attention. Come on, truck driver. You're making us all look bad. Yeah, you got to pay your penalty for not paying attention. Go up to the next one, turn around, come back. So I can't tell if this almost looks like it's a fuel lane at a truck stop. And I understand that these are tight, and add to the fact that you have truck drivers over here parking on this side, and it makes it very difficult to be able to swing wide. But it's still no excuse to just be running into people. And there was clearly a lot more room to do that there. It looks like this truck's lights are off too, so he's not even in the truck. Is he gonna bolt? He gone. Yeah, he's not saying a damn thing to him. All right, so we are at a receiver or a shipper here. It looks like we got a yard jockey on this side. Now these trucks can maneuver, boy. They can get around just about anything, except for this truck right here. Swinging a little too close here, coming in contact with the front of that truck. And you can tell just how tight these are, that there's hardly any room to get through. Yeah, I'm wondering if this truck just wasn't supposed to be in this spot. But clearly this yard jockey's pulling something out of there. This must be parking spots. Maybe it's only for trailers and there's not enough room for a truck to be in front of it. I wish they just designed these warehouses just to be a little bit safer for trucks and whatnot, to be able to have plenty of room to move around. That's like the biggest pain in the butt thing that you have to deal with inside of these places, is having enough room to back up or pull around. Just add just a little bit more space for us. It'd be lovely. All right, y'all, that's it for this one. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video. It means the world to me. And if you like this crash reaction, you'll probably like the rest of mine in this playlist right here. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, bye.